Hello to you, hello to you. I am ASMR Whittle, and I hope my content helps make you feel calm, good, and relaxed. So today I am going to be doing a quiz video. A quiz video. The competition has now begun. It's now beginning. So yeah, I'm going to be asking 9 questions in 3 categories. There will be 3 questions in each category, and category 1 is the easiest questions. These questions can be like easy Google it if you wish. But answering these questions only grant you 1 point each. The category 2 questions are slightly more difficult, but not by much. They offer 2 points each. And the category 3 questions, they are more about me and my channel, and they are more difficult questions to answer. They offer 3 points each. And then there is also a riddle at the end, and if you can answer that, you get 4 points. Also, if you can answer the riddle, you get 4 points. Also, the 2 people who answer the questions quickest, regardless of whether it is correct or not, gets 1 point in addition. But answering right, the questions right and the riddle, if you can answer the riddle, that's optional of course, but will of course be much more important in deciding the final score than who answered it quickest, especially if you answer the quickest but your answers aren't correct, then answering quickest will only get you so far. But I will offer alternatives to some of the questions, while others I will not do that. It depends on the question, really, and whether I consider that necessary or not. So I have also written the questions in the description and in a community post. Sorry, I misspoke. The community post is actually going to be published a few hours after this video is published, but I'm going to publish the questions in a community post as well as the riddle, of course. Okay, so before we get to the questions, I just want to speak of the rewards for this. The 2 persons with most points, or if there are more persons with equal amounts of points, the winners essentially will get a reward, but it will not be a materialistic reward. Instead, the reward will be what you can sort of get to send in to me via mail, a few words or a message, if you wish, which I will then share in a community post or in a video. I may read it in a video. And this message, these few words can be anything you would like it to be, so long as it's appropriate, of course. And this can just be some kind words, some motivational words, whatever you wish. But this isn't the only reward, and it's optional. If you win, you don't have to do this, just to be clear. The other reward is that when I announce the winners, I will if the winners comment on that video, then I will pin at least one of the winners' comments to the top of the video, and I will see if I can find a way to sort of vary between the 2 winners and pin both at various times to the top of the comments of the video. I'm not sure I explained that well, but I'm trying my best here. The third reward will be me announcing the winners in a video and reading the winners' usernames, the username of the winners, and I will also add the winners to a list. So I guess you could say that in a way the reward is sort of being mentioned, honor, and just, I guess, just the good feeling of winning, I guess. But I will also add that all the people who solved the riddle, regardless of whether they won the overall quiz or not, all the people who solved the riddles and answered correctly on the riddle will also be mentioned. They will also be added to a sort of special list of the people who solved the riddle. So I have no idea if people will actually bother with answering the questions. If there is no interest in this, there are no answers, then I'm just going to move on and make a simpler competition later, but we'll give this a try and see if there's anyone who is going to try to participate. I would appreciate it if some people wanted to give it a try, but it's your choice. Okay, so let's begin with the category 1 questions. And even though this is a competition, I hope that the sound of my voice cannot make you feel calm, relaxed and good, and that my content make you sleepy and helps you get soothing and nice good feelings before you go to sleep, to help you relax and feel good. Okay, so that was just a short bit of ASMR before I began with the questions. So the questions which you can answer either in the comments of this video or in the comments of the coming community post. But remember, if you want the point for speed, the 1 additional point for speed, then you will have to answer, then you will most likely have to answer in the comments of the video, because there's going to be several hours before I publish the community post from the publication of this video. So, and it will be the 2 first people who answer the questions, so long as they provide serious answers, of course, but will get the 1 additional speed point. Anyway, category 1 is easy questions, these questions you can easily Google if you wish. But you can also just try to answer them by the use of your own knowledge, which would be great, but it's up to you really. So the first question is, which 3 countries form part of Scandinavia? Which 3 countries are part of Scandinavia? So I'm going to be fair and provide alternatives here. Is it A, Finland, Norway and Sweden? B, Norway, Sweden and Denmark? Or C, Sweden, Denmark and Finland? Okay, so if you can answer this question, you get 1 point by answering it correctly. The next question is, which British monarch has reigned for the longest amount of time? By that I mean for the most amount of years. Who is the longest reigning British monarch? So yeah, I guess I can provide some alternatives here again. Is it A, Queen Elizabeth I? Or B, King George VI? Or C, Queen Elizabeth II? Answering this question correctly will also net you 1 point. The third question, so when was the third question? So I'm just going to memorize that question. Which of these is the capital of Australia? Is it A, Sydney, B, Canberra, or C, Melbourne? And again, answering this question correctly will net you 1 point. Okay, so now we go to category 2, and these questions are slightly more difficult because I'm going to be a little more vague here. but they shouldn't be too difficult. So, which Scandinavian country am I from? Which Scandinavian country am I from? So you can answer that question, and it will net you 2 points if you answer it correctly. And the next question then is a follow-up. Does my country have a monarchy or a presidency? Again, answering this question correctly will net you 2 points. The next question, and the final question of category 2, is when is the Constitution Day of my country? When is the Constitution Day of my country? Is it A, the 17th of May, B, the 6th of June, or C, the 17th of June? Which of these three is the correct answer? When is the Constitution Day of my country? So answer that correctly and it will net you 2 points. Now we go to category 3, and all questions here will net you 3 points. And these are more difficult because it's questions about me and my channel. They can't be easily googled. So these questions are going to net you more points. But by looking through my channel's history, or just by having paid attention to my channel over time, you can answer them. It should be possible to answer. Although I must warn you that the third question might take a lucky guess. But the first question is, what am I diagnosed with? What kind of syndrome am I diagnosed with? Is it A, autism, B, Tourette's, or C, ADHD? So which of these 3 diagnoses is the correct one for me? And answering this question correctly will net you 3 points. Okay, the next question is where I pay attention to a lot of ASMR channels, everything from small to medium to big channels. And I have favorites in the small channels, in the medium channels, and in the big channels. I have favorites in all the 3. In all the 3 things, categories, I guess. But of these small to medium ASMR channels, which of these have I watched? Which of these 3 channels have I watched the most? Is it A, Hunt's ASMR, B, Sleepy Boy ASMR, or C, Josh ASMR? Which of these 3 ASMR channels have I watched the most? So answering this question correctly will net you 3 points. And by looking at the history of my channel, you may be able to answer this question by looking through various stuff on my channel, videos, community posts, you name it. Anyway, the third question is going to be more of a lucky guess, I assume, but it will still net you 3 points. So my channel has, as all ASMR channels, small or big, audiences from various countries. But which country is the biggest audience for my channel? And I'm going to provide you with 3 alternatives here. Is it A, Norway, B, the US, or C, the UK, essentially Britain? Which of these 3 countries features the biggest audience for my channel? Answering this question correctly will net you 3 points. Okay. What is the next? Now it's only the riddle left, so let's ask the riddle. Let's ask the riddle, and solving the riddle will net you 4 points, and a special reward of its own, because you will be mentioned in a video if you solve the riddle. Even if you haven't won the quiz, you will still be mentioned if you can solve the riddle. And you will also be added to a list of people who have solved the riddle, and you will get 4 points. So this can help on your way to win the quiz as well. So, when you go, I'm beginning the riddle now. When you go on this journey, you have absolutely no possessions with you. You have no idea how long the journey will last. It can take everything from minutes to hours. And when the journey is at its end, you find yourself in a new land. Tog, it is the same land you were in the day before. To what journey am I referring? Yeah. Solve that riddle and it will net you 4 points. I don't think it is the most difficult riddle in the world, but I don't know. I hope that the quiz was okay and not too difficult, and I hope some people will bother with participating, but I fully get it if people may not want to do that. So if I feel like this competition was a little too complicated, and people felt like, nah, I don't want to participate, then I will make a simpler competition later. But I thought I'd give this a try, Yeah, just give it a try. So, I wish you all a good day and a good sleeping night. And I look forward to a new week of filming ASMR videos for you guys. And I also look, and if there are people who participate, then I look forward to see who will emerge as the winners of the quiz. Thank you.